I am working here with Emeritus today. We are going to be starting the pre-program information webinar for post-graduation certificate in product management from Kellogg School of Management. Right. So, guys, I want everyone to be sharing your name and city in the chat box. Please, before sending it, please ensure your responses are set to everyone so that we can start seeing it. Okay. Great. Okay. Superb. So I would like everyone to start putting in the details as well. So let's go ahead. So what is I would also like to understand what is your primary goal for considering this program? As in, this is a career progression. Is it something which you're looking for career transition, or want to upskill yourself into product management, or want to have a global exposure or networking specifically, or want to explore executive education options, or want to move into business transformation knowledges as well. Requesting you to please enter your responses in the chat. Okay. Okay, Hari. Uh, I think it's we just got the chat from Hari only. Is there anyone else who would like to add? Yeah. Okay. 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 Thank you so much, Eamon. Thank you so much, Pranav. Thank you, Hari, for your giving updates. Okay, great. So let's go ahead with the webinar. What are we going to be covering today? Thank you for all of joining us today as well. So let me quickly walk through what we're going to be line up today in the session as well. So we carefully have crafted this today's session to give you a comprehensive understanding of program, the outcome you can expect, how it is going to be significantly impacting your career trajectory as well. So we will start building with the introduction of the speaker first, a seasoned expert who brings up with both academic and excellence and real world experience to the table. Then we'll give a program overview, giving you a bird's eye view what is this program is all about, and then next we'll dive into the why this program, what makes it unique, and why this is most of sought after the certifications in the industries is today. We'll also explore who should be attending this program, helping you to assess if this is the right fit for your professional journey or not. Okay. Then following that, we will be highlighting key aspects under the program highlights and walk you through the learning outcomes, what skills, tools, and insights you will take away from the program. Okay. From there, we will unpack the modules, program modules, share some industry examples also, and showcase the powerful tool covered in the program also. Okay, towards the end, we will talk about a little bit about the certificate which you will be receiving. And finally, we'll touch upon why Emeritus, okay, is preferred learning partner for thousands of professionals globally also. So stay with us in the session. By the end of the session, you will have a clear roadmap of all information you need to take up the big step as well. Okay, great. Sreekanth Moni. So he is basically, we can say, a very passionate uh, uh, person. He has been educator and a mentor with over of 30 plus years of experience, known for basically engaging both corporate and academic audiences also. Generally specializes in business growth, strong personal leadership as well, plus and coaching also specifically, with a very strong belief in individualizations, learning based of cognitive strengths also. Sreekanth Moni actually holds a BE in electrical and electronics also, and plus masters in computer engineering, and both MBAs were done in from USA also. So his expertise actually spans into leadership, designing, thinking, product management, critical thinking, and even problem solving enrichment as well, which is very much from Indic knowledge systems as well. So I would likely invite Sreekanth to take this step forward as well. So over to you, Sreekanth.
Thank you. Thank you, Blessing, for the nice introduction.
Yep.
So welcome all of you for this evening session. I'm glad you're here. I know you would have had a work day, and then I'm glad that you're all logging in. Shows your commitment towards learning. Thank you very much. Let me start with the program overview. So this program is designed for a 36 weeks online duration, which runs around 9 months or so, around that time frame. And these programs come with a lot of content. And we have Professor Mohanbir Sahani, who is the primary faculty. We'll talk about him, who has gone through the whole of the content. A beautifully choreographed and designed program, I should say. I have been associated with teaching of product management in various institutions. I've taught in IMI, I am Lucknow, and various other institutes as well. I teach for Manipal and so on and so forth. This program is specifically designed to provide you the right mindset of a product manager, right? It's always talking about the product manager mindset. We all have our own areas of learning. You could be an engineer, you could be an accountant, you could be a designer, which area that you're from, right? But we all need to have a business mindset if you want to wear a product manager hat. So role that you play, you could be a startup founder, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be within an organization who would like to look at things differently, move your career in different spaces, right? So this program is beautifully designed with various elements, I should say. I think as we go through the topics, I think we have a good group of people. You can stop me at any point of time and ask me questions if you have. I'll be happy to answer right there. You can unmute yourself. I think everybody can unmute, I hope. Yeah. So please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. So we will go in detail about this particular program from Kellogg. So this program has been put together by the expert, as we talk about, Mr. Mohanbir Sahani, and that we'll walk through the modules as we go forward. Okay. So this is an eligibility for this program is you have any graduation degree and in a diploma degree, or you're working in any department of any organization. So that is why we're talking about, as product manager, what designation or what earlier education do I need? It doesn't really matter. It is actually what is the mindset that you have to learn about the business perspective of things. This could actually be helpful for you for your current working as well. So that is where this program comes as helpful for you. All right. So about the Kellogg Executive Education, it talks about, number one, Kellogg Institute. You have heard of Kellogg. You would probably will think of Kellogg's cornflakes. Yes, there is a connection. They are the founding members of the Kellogg Business School in Chicago as well. And yes, number one marketing program in the US, and and it's one of the best rated business school in the US as well. And a lot of work, research, a lot of startups, everything happened in this particular institution as well. So as we move forward, yeah, sure, thank you. Go for it. So we talk about product management because if you look at the title of product management, it is not like as well defined across all organizations, right? Project management has got a lot more standardized role and definition, but product management and product operations and different comes in varied type of titles in different organization. For example, if you're a startup founder or an entrepreneur, you also play the hat of a product manager because you're the person who actually identifies the problem and is being able to develop a product which fits to the market. So the whole program actually runs you through those perspectives. So if you look at some facts here, there are 42% of product managers report directly to the board, and and Satya Nadella of Microsoft, and Sundar Pichai of Google, and we have various examples where product managers later became CEOs, right? And we sort of talk about as you are the CEO of your product. Yeah, pretty much true. But it doesn't stop here. It started long time in 1940s and 50s when Procter and Gamble actually had a role called brand managers. I think a lot of companies do even now, who later became product managers in Procter and Gamble, and the title was taken up by HP in the 50s and 60s. That is where the background of product management goes back, right? So in this program, we also need to understand the concepts and also the practical perspectives. How are we able to apply what we learn? Yeah, we have been to college, we have been studied everything, and we know all those things, right? But how are we able to think differently wearing a product manager's hat, right? So this program is beautifully designed. The elements of the program include various frameworks, a lot of templates, and practical learning. When we pass from one topic to the next, each topic has specific videos that you would like to learn, a reference material to refer to internally and externally the system, a lot of places we can check out the reading content as well. Not only that, we will actually be being able to apply, and that is called, we have a element called the capstone project, where it is just not learning a concept, but being able to apply what we learn when we do the module, right? So this is beautifully designed that way. And of course, that's the reason why Kellogg program has been rated very high in all the programs. Yeah. So please move forward, listen. So as I mentioned, right, who should attend the program? It is any of the job titles that you hold. It could be a product manager, product leader. There are product owners, the very type of titles that we have seen now, and could be in terms of being able to understand a business perspective of the product. When is a product going to be a product, solution, or any sort of an offering that you provide? How are you able to understand the problem and being able to provide a solution to the customer who sees value in buying your product or a solution? Could be a service as well, right? What is that you're offering? So this program also gives you a perspective of how to move in your different roles that you're looking at. There are various videos and activities that helps you to look at your career, being able to pick up your aspects, what you want to put in your resume, and various practical learning elements have also been added to the program. You will see as it goes forward in the learning as well, right? So it could start from anywhere from understanding of the product to any of the perspectives of people concepts as well. We have various aspects covering the program. So having said that, any individual who would like to move into product management thinking or a mindset will be able to benefit from this program. We have seen people there are doctors, there are engineers, there are architects, some sales and marketing and engineering and designers and everyone coming into this program who are able to see their whole work from a very different perspective. They're able to get a business perspective of what they're working in. So this is a program that benefits varied type of individuals. And what happens is that In a cohort like this, people coming from various backgrounds and experiences, there's a lot of cross learning happens amongst the students and in a cohort that runs in a Kellogg program. So that is another very important learning aspect of being such a cohort, because all the people who join this sort of a program are very focused and committed to learning from this the programs that we are offering. Right. So, Blessing, if you could go forward.
Yeah.
So some of the highlights of this program, right? What does this 9-month long program contain, right? There are a lot of product management tools that are coming with this, learning with this program. You have 100 plus pre-recorded videos. So there are around 19 modules that are covered as part of this program, and each module comes with around 6 to 8, depending upon the module, pre-recorded videos of content. Is going to be, you can play it, listen to it, and ask any questions that you might have, even when you're applying it as well. So it's a very, very valuable set of recordings that we have. And also to add to that, there'll be a live masterclass. This is going to be keeping understanding the today's requirements. This will be given by probably Gen AI. It's going to be on Gen AI by a program leader who is a practitioner. Will be able to. I will be providing a session on a masterclass to you on how to use product management and AI as well. As we run through the modules, there will be around 33 discussion sessions that are included, part of different modules of these 19 modules that we talked about, various types of assignments. And also there's a module on AI and ML for product managers. Please note that there are a lot of learnings. I know we all are using a lot of ChatGPT and a lot of AI tools, but there's a very focused perspective on AI and ML, how product managers can benefit out of this technology as well. In the modules, you will see also a lot of, as part of an elements of the program, you will see quizzes, tried activities, which will help you engage with the learning process. And also there are 4 career webinars, as I mentioned, about writing the profile, your resume, and any questions that you may have. So there are a bunch of webinars that also address to help you grow in the field of product management. Okay. So what is going to be the outcome? What are we looking at as the outcome of the whole program after you go through this 9-month journey? Is your mindset, your area of learning, your designing, developing, delivering products, solutions, services, having a different perspective and being able to ask questions about the work that you do. There are aspects of strategic thinking and tactical implementation, what we learn and what we apply, right? There are a lot of programs that you see where the concepts are provided. The strategy is there. Usually product management is more like a strategy, right? But how do you come to the tactical level when you're able to apply them? In order to apply those strategies, Professor Mohanbir Sahani has brought in a lot of tools and methods, could be templates and frameworks, which helps you to think critically, ask more questions, and apply as we go in our learning in product management. So it's a very, very beautifully crafted program where you not only understand the strategy perspective of product management, but you actually get a hands-on perspective to implement what you learn, right? And also this program provides, there'll be certifications and in various tools we'll see as we go forward as well. As a product manager, a very important aspect is that you not only understand the subject, but you would need to interact with various stakeholders, starting from the customers, starting from sales team, the pre-sales, the marketing, the engineering teams, the test teams, and customer service partners, and so on and so forth, right? So a few of the personal skills are very important as a product manager, which include topics on communication, influencing without authority, because you will not be the manager for a lot of people, including customers, and even you're answerable to the senior management if you're working for an organization. So the program has been designed keeping in mind, yes, we need to have a product manager mindset, but what are the skills, the human skills that are also required as a product manager to be successful in their role, right? So these are, in a broad level, these are the learning outcomes of this program. Yeah. So any questions till now before we get into the detailed program modules? Anyone?
Yeah, guys, actually, you can start putting up your questions in the chat.
Right. Thank you, Blessing. So,
Yeah, no problem. Srikanth, there are people who have posted their
okay, let me just take a
introductions and
quick
everything
look
as
at
well.
it.
Yeah, there are
Okay.
people who have also mentioned the comparison between the courses similar offered for the
Oh, sure. Let me
other
just,
institutions also.
okay.
Yeah,
Skills and product management, may need to make transition. Okay, sure. Thank you, Ravi Kumar. Yes, I think this will certainly give you a good perspective. I'm starting from the beginning here. Sorry, transition. Hemant, yes, transition product management. You'll get a good perspective of a good mindset about product management. Yes, Ravi Kumar, yes. Ravi Kumar again, can you compare with this course, a similar course of institutional exam product management? Product Academy. I will, Ravi Kumar, thank you for bringing that up. Uh, I'm I'm familiar with the IM programs because I've taught it. I've trained a lot of other areas in product management. I will not be able to specifically comment on this, but on the other programs, because I'm not clearly aware to talk about them. But I would like to emphasize the beauty of the design of this program, where you are learning in concept wise, and also being able to apply. So there, I see two things mainly. One is strategy versus tactical, as you mentioned, in terms of being able to learn a concept and ideas. It looks beautiful on PPT, right? Great on videos, great in examples. Professor will be talking about a lot of examples. We'll talk about that in the going slides as well. How we're able to learn from them, how we're going to apply, and also that is one main aspect of this program. It helps you get your hands dirty on the capstone project, where you're able to apply what you learn, and also the soft skill part of it, which comes with the design. Yeah, I hope I answered your question. If anything else, please let me know.
yeah,
Kevin, hi. What's the difference between Kellogg's and the ISB program? I think I would leave that to the marketing team here to define the differences between the. There are two product management programs, one offered by Kellogg and one offered by ISB, also offered by Emeritus. I think I leave the question to you, to Abhirajita and team. Yeah. Blessing, are the senior
yeah.
seminar timings?
So for
Yeah, go ahead.
comparison, guys, I suggest this is a Kellogg course info details. We can just maybe in the webinar you can understand about the course details and the detailed information. For maybe comparison, this we can discuss with the sales team and maybe we can take it up further from there. Yeah.
Thank you,
Mm,
Blessing.
mm, mm. Yeah, sure.
There are questions on, are the seminar timings aligned with EST time zone? Okay, so so usually what happens is that actually I have been part of 5 runs. I should say the 5th run I'm being associated with and being a program leader for the past 2 months. So I have a session running in the morning time of Indian time of 10 to 11 IST every Sunday, as a batch running from 4 to 5 p.m. India time. So which means that EST you'll be like 9.5 or 10.5 hours, which fall or summer you are in. Probably some batches do fall at that time, or the times are decided based on the availability of the faculty for the June program. So there could be options. I think we may want to check with the team as to which timing the next batch is going to run. Yeah, so about that. Are there any collaborations with companies for job placements? I am not the right person to answer that.
Yeah.
Blessin,
I'll take
Praktika.
care of this part. Yeah,
Sure.
because we have job placement assistants. We will discuss on the sales part as well there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Blessin. All right, thank you. Any other questions, please post. I'll be happy to cover those aspects as well. My focus will be mainly on the program itself.
Correct,
Anything to
correct.
other things, I'm sure Blesson and team are here from the marketing and the sales team will certainly be able to assist you with that during the session or after the session as well. Yeah. So let us start with the program modules. Of course, there are 4 pillars that are designed as part of the program. Each pillar has 6 or 7 or 5 modules as part of each pillar. The first pillar actually talks about the introduction to product managers, what is product management, what is product strategy, how is about the organizations made, what is about their the vision goals, how do they exist, how bigger companies being able to align themselves with developing products and solution services which align with the company goals and perspective. So it starts from there, setting stage about what is product management, why do we need it, how does it actually play out, right? It moves to the second module, which actually talks about we need to understand what the customers want to develop a product or a solution, right? So this talks about customer insights and also gets into the aspects of understanding, how to do customer research. We go ahead and talk about secondary research, primary research, what are the methods that we use, and how are we able to gather the unmet needs or what our users and consumers want to use, right? So that we're able to understand from their perspective. Also, be able to, having said that, right, are we really able to, the customers will say, I need this, I need this, I need that. Yes, okay. So how do we actually validate that? So next section comes to analyzing the opportunities for product management, right? Products or solutions or services that we are providing right now. You always look up, it's called the RWW, it's called the real win and work. It's also we talk about as the aspects of desirability, viability, and feasibility of a product, right? Are we able to develop a product and we are able to find what the jobs to be done are, and JTBD stands for jobs to be done. How are we able to deep dive into it and understand what we need to develop? So module 3 talks about understanding those perspectives of product features, functions, services that the customers might require, right? And module number 4 actually gets back to what is called the product discovery. Next slide, listen. Talks about product discovery, where we're able to understand various aspects and we're able to define how the product needs to be put together. It talks about who uses it. We talk about buyer personas and empathy maps and so on and so forth. And we move on to the understanding for product innovation perspectives. What are the best business models that we'll be able to put through? We will discuss various models and how are you able to apply what is good for what. And then again, in product management, this helps you to think. Right? There is no prescription here. Say, oh, for this, use this model. It's not like that. Right? So you're able to learn different models and we are able to see how and where we can apply. It is a mind mapping. It is a mindset. It is a way to think critically using those tools and frameworks to see how I can use this thinking perspective to understand the customers, right? So again, the customer insights and innovation, and also been looking at, we will touch base on a little bit of financial aspects. So you may ask, oh, do I need to understand finance? Do I need a finance person? No, not absolutely, right? As I always say, product managers are jack of all trades, but a master of one, which you are. You could be an accountant, you could be an engineer, you could be a doctor, it could be anybody, but a business perspective is what we are looking at from this program. So you would need to understand, you will not be asked to do a balance sheet or anything like that, but as a product manager, do I really understand whether the product or solution or service that I'm developing, is it feasible? Will it make money, right? Is this product or service going to be successful or not? To understand that, we need to understand some numbers. As product managers, we would need to make sense of, is this really feasible and viable for the organization to develop or a product or a service that will make money, right? So that is the zoom out perspective of understanding about various aspects of product management. Again, so that is the first 6 modules of pillar 1. Pillar 2, we get into the next stage of being able to understand the user interfaces. So how important is the experience for the customer? So we go through various tools, understand those perspectives. As we talk about the Balsamic tool, and in the through the program, you're also able to being introduced to those tools. We give you access to that. You can certainly go through that and learn those tools as well. Moving to module number 8, the next slide, we are looking at agile product management. We look at which you may be coming from various industries. It doesn't have to be a software. You're looking at various products and perspectives and how we can implement those thinking perspectives. How do you develop the product? How are you able to put together a set of features, functionalities? Could be service, what you're offering to. How are you able to put those and develop those using agile methodologies perspective, which is important for us, right? Module 9, we move forward and look at growing a roadmap for the product. Right? Do we really understand where we are going to? Right? What's the portfolio we're looking at? And how are we able to have the different aspects of a roadmap? Do we really how far do we need to look for? Now, why is it important? It's important for us as a product manager. And we're able to do that. And the next topic actually covers about product prototyping. We talk about design thinking a little bit, how we're able to do prototyping. We always talk about fail early. What does that mean? How are you able to get feedback? How are you able to provide a prototype of a product or a service and be able to understand what the customers need? Right? So that is complete as part of module 10. Module 11, we'll actually go forward and look at how we need to take this product to the market. So module 11, listen, if you could move forward.
Yeah.
We'll actually talk about the third pillar. We're moving on to the third pillar right now, being able to understand. This is where the AI ML of the product managers comes in. Do we need to understand coding and software? Absolutely not. Do we need to understand how we can use data, how we can use the technology, the AI ML? These two modules are pretty related in terms of how am I going to use those platforms and tools to take advantage of what I need to accomplish as a product manager, right? So user platforms, tools, analytics, these topics are introduced to you. So you're able to have a better perspective. And as a product manager, wearing a hat of the product manager, where can I use these perspectives? What sort of research do I do? What does these patterns mean to me? What can I do with those patterns? What should I look for when I design? How do I define the metrics to decide whether my product or a service is going the right north direction? How am I able to track those metrics? How do I define them to measure how my progress is happening as a product manager? So these all aspects are very important in a very zoom out perspective. I say we're going in deep of this section, but we understand overall. Right? Pillar 4 moves into a lot more aspects of growth hacking. We are able to see, how are we able to hack into the more of the market, right? We talk about various examples, various tools and methods. How are we able to strategize to move into a market and take the market up, right? So we will talk about the growth hacking in module number 13. Module 14, as we cover, talks about the product evolution and growth, right? And more in terms of, we'll talk about a lot of examples and how we're able to apply it on your capstone project. And there are a lot of products and services that you offer. You can do a good extent, but you would need a partner ecosystem, right? For example, if you're starting a product, could be as simple as an Amazon or something, right? Or a Flipkart. You don't need to reinvent the last mile delivery. You will be partnering this. This is true for any software. Could be channel partners, could be different, I should say, relationships that you enter with various types of channel partners and stuff to deliver your end-to-end solution. So Professor Sani actually talks about end-to-end perspectives of delivering a product or solution. It does not mean that I need to make the product and me myself have to walk down to the customer to give it delivery. There are different, the ecosystems have developed well and what you're looking at. And you're able to understand as a product manager, where should be my focus be? And also what else do we need to understand to ensure product success? So that is a very, very beautiful understanding of perspectives, because you need to think those aspects as well. As a product manager, it's not enough that you have the best technology or the greatest minds and the greatest things, but how do you actually get them to the hands of the user? That is very important as well. So go to market, as we'll talk about as well. I think module 16 actually talk about the business communication aspect. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of human skills to be able to communicate crisply and precisely as to what has to be communicated without bias and perspective. So this module is very important as product managers, and we interact with various amount of stakeholders. We need to be clear as to what we are going to communicate. Um, Module 17 actually talks about the GTM, the go-to-market strategy, who are going to be our customers, how are you going to reach them, what are the tools and methods will help them to do that, how do you do product launches, how do you actually get those customers to which you're going to reach, and how are you able to develop, having understood the customer insights, being able to understand the business model or the perspectives, how am I able to take this product and the value of your offering is a perceived value of it the customer has. How am I able to actually present the value proposition of our products to our end customers? So that's our module number 17. Moving on to the last part of the 18th and the 19th, again, in terms of this, what I talked about, influencing without authority, managing stakeholder relationship and perspectives. And the final topic, to be able to be working with service companies, being able to productize services. And how do they fit in? And what is a product? And what is how are they able to provide a hybrid perspective of being able to productize services. At what stage do you actually start productizing services? And what are the advantages? What are the financial impact? How are you able to make a business out of it? Professor beautifully articulates a lot of examples which makes you think about, as a product manager, what type of a business model and financial perspectives you should be considering when you're developing a product. So after the completion of the 19th module, we have the final modules called the 20th module is called the capstone project. But one thing I should mention is that most of the modules that we covered, I think 19 modules, the beginning of the program, you will be picking up a capstone project, which is one of the 4 projects given to you as per the program. It's a single project, it's not a group project. Each learner is expected to take a project. As we traverse through each pillar, as we traverse through each topic, how to use those templates, developing a persona, understanding the customer insight, understanding what is your TAMs and SOMs, the target market and serviceable market. How are you able to put a plan together? What sort of communication are you going to provide? What sort of value description are you going to write? How are you going to write the customer insights? All these templates are available, and you're going to be applying at every stage of the module, and you're able to build the whole capstone project by the completion of the module 20, which is actually the capstone project. So it is beautifully knit together. Concepts, frameworks, strategy perspective, templates, and hands-on perspectives of what you learn, right? So this actually gives you a muscle memory of applying something in a way that you will be able to use it later at your current work, or even the startup organization as an entrepreneur, wherever you are, right? So this actually helps you to learn these concepts of product management and being able to develop that type of a mindset that you're able to apply, right? So there's a couple of questions. In the capstone project, how would the roles of the TPMs and the SDEs be linked with us? Can you, what is the thing for what is the TPM and the development kit you're talking about, or what is the TPM you mentioned here, Ravi Kumar? A lot of acronyms as we talk about. So technical product manager, or what is the TPM? So actually, how the capstone project is designed, technical, okay, software. Oh yeah, so this is, I say, actually, being a product manager is a product management, as I mentioned, you could be having any roles, could be playing any technical roles. But the concept of product management has a perspective of the business thinking to it. And all the modules that we talked about taking you to look at a product or a service with a very different lens. So if you look at the question that you have, um, the technical team members, technical project managers, and the development teams are one of your stakeholders in the whole ecosystem. Your other stakeholders could be your marketing team, your sales teams, your, the customers that you interact with, and everyone, they're all your stakeholders. And one of the other soft skill or a human skill you would need, a very important one, is able to translate what the customer wants, the customer insights, into a PRD, or we call the requirement specification document. Because you are the person who's, just imagine you're standing in front of the door of your organization, a startup or a large organization. You are the person who has visibility to what the customer wants. And also you have to ensure for the success of the product or the service, you need to provide the correct requirements to the internal team. So to answer your question, all the technical project managers and software development engineers are going to be your stakeholders to whom you will provide your requirements representing the customers. Just like that, other stakeholders are marketing team, sales team. You're not a marketing person, you're not a salesperson, but you are a product manager who's going to tell the marketing team, hey, this product has been developed for this particular customer group, and this is what the problems are, and this is how you need to market. You don't have to give a marketing plan. This has to be marketed. Marketing team will go and do the how to reach them. Are they going to do social marketing? Are they going to put a poster here? They will do this, whatever it takes. And sales team also knows what they have to sell. So as product managers, we interact with all these stakeholders and being able to communicate with them. Yeah. Kevin, do we need to have any specifics? No, and absolutely not. Kevin, as I mentioned, it's a product management mindset we are talking about here. Of course, you need to be aware of various aspects. The tools are there to assist you. They're very easy tools. It's like using ChatGPT, all these tools of Balsamic, and all the other tools that we're talking about, very easy to use. They're like Canva or Miro, or we're already using it, right? So these are the tools that will help us as product managers to do our jobs better. It's like using an Excel or a Word or something like that, right? So you don't need any level of software skills to learn this program. Let's be more clear. Who would I be interacting with in the form of stakeholders during capstone project? Maybe some from Kellogg. Oh, no, absolutely not. So Reddy Kumar, for the capstone project, you are going to be given with a specific scenario. There are 4 scenarios that's there. Usually well-defined scenarios already there. And you will decide with the customer, which customer segment you're targeting and what the requirements are. You develop the personas for them and empathy map and work with them. So the questions that you have will usually be answered with the case that is provided to you. And if it's not there, you're going to make an assumption and move forward. There'll be no other person who will be playing the role of the other stakeholder. But you are able to, whenever you're going through a module, you're going to apply those perspectives. So you should be able to understand the whole flow and the flow of the program, and being able to answer those perspectives. Yeah, does it make sense, Raghunar? Yeah, thank you.
Great. Okay. So let's move forward.
Yeah, sure.
This is some industry examples.
Yes. So as we go through the programs, there are a lot of examples that are being used in the video sessions, discussions. You'll be seeing a few examples here to very specifically talk about a particular concept, how it was used, right? So in the discussions that happen, so as you all know, there'll be a 1-hour session that happens face to face with one of the program leaders, one of us from the team who are all faculty for that. There are a lot of discussions happen. It could be in terms of examples within India and how are other companies in India that we use. Professor use a lot of examples from the US and MNCs. We also will discuss anything specifically in the Indian context as to, because ethnographical research and geographical research and understanding is very important, right? So we also would look at Indian industry examples during our discussions. Let's move forward. So these are tools that are covered, as I mentioned, as part of this program. You have given opportunity to see how you can use that and expose to these types of tools that's available in the markets. Some of you may be already using a few of them. This gives you perspectives to go through that and understand them better. So what do you get after I go through all these things, right? I think usually you're after all the 19 modules are completed, you finish, you get some time to complete your capstone project. And on successful completion, there are rubrics, your marks, your grades, and all these are important because they are very tightly guided by the Kellogg School of Management. We have to comply to those requirements. Your marks are important as much as we talk about that. And after you submit your capstone project, I think it'll take around 6 to 8 weeks before you're able to get a completed um, certificate, depending upon your marks and what you have covered as part of the program. The submissions that you make. So every week you will have submissions to make. Some are graded, some are not, some are discussions, some are tryouts, some are various types of things that you will see as you experience using our Canvas platform that we use. It really helps you to learn well, interact with the faculty, interact with the other cohort members, and learning from each other as well. So,
All right.
Blessing, you can take it up. You would like
Yeah,
to?
yeah, I'll take this up. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions for me? Please do put it on the chat. I'll be glad to answer. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So why Emeritus? So this is a program is basically delivered in collaboration with Emeritus. So Emeritus has been a trusted, you can say, global education partner over 12 years now. Okay. So working with more than 55 top ranked universities is worldwide. We have developed over 450 programs in partnership with 300 plus leading faculties members from diverse academic and industry backgrounds also. So through this efforts, we have supported the learning journey of more than 2.5 million professionals across 160 plus countries. So we proudly uh, to be a part of truly global ecosystem, and we look forward to supporting you in advancing your career through this program specifically. Right. So over to you, guys. Any questions, any doubts? Maybe you can put it in the chat. We can take it up from there. Yeah. Anything else which you want me to cover? G programs.
Yes.
Um, yeah,
Yes.
Hemant, I think that's a sales team thing. I think what we'll do is once you would be interested in going ahead with the program or maybe discussing it, what we do is we basically start filling up an inquiry form. Let's connect to our sales team and then get this clarified. Maybe sales team would be the best person to give you ISB, the comparison on this also. We'll get through that because this is maybe a giving an information on the Kellogg program, the product management course as well. So this will be a lengthy call in terms of comparison if we start with. Yeah. Anyone else? Any questions or any doubts? Yeah, Ravi Kumar, Kevin, anyone, any questions?
Exams.
And
Are
then,
there any live proctored exams? No, there are no live proctored exams. All of them are submissions and assignments and projects that you need to submit. There are no proctored exams.
Good.
All right, thank you. So I just would like to say that this program is a well-designed program which helps you with the mindset of a product manager and also being able to apply and learn by using templates and frameworks, which will certainly help your career growth or your perspective as to what you're looking at. So it's a very well-designed program, I should say that. So that's all I have. Thank you. Kevin, thank you. Anything else, Blessing?
I think any questions, guys? Any more questions? We can accordingly plan it. Then Hari, Kevin, Dinesh, Hemant, any more questions for the program? I think that's it, Srikanth. So we can
All
wind it up
right.
further. Yeah.
Thank you very much, all. Have a good
All
night.
right. Thank you so much, Srikanth, for
Thank you.
sharing such a
You're welcome.
valuable insights with us today. It was truly enlightening to explore maybe wide topics during our conversations also. A big thank you to
Thank
everyone
you.
who have joined the webinar. We deeply appreciate your support and engagement. We look forward to hosting more such interactive and insightful sessions with you future as well. Before we wrap up today's session, we would like to just understand if you would be interested, anyone in doing the program, requesting you to please start up, like we can just start your application from here. Just you can maybe scan it from your mobile as well. Our sales team would be reaching out with you. So we will have a application process. Once we fill up the application goes to the review with the Kellogg team, and then once that is completed, then we'll go ahead with the next steps. Any questions or with the comparison or discussion specifically which you want to understand, let's connect on the call, and maybe a time frame can be selected. We can connect over a Teams call or maybe over the call, and let's clarify that questions also so that we can take a rightly decisions also. Yeah. Any questions further for this? Alrighty, guys, I think seats are limited, so cohorts are also filling up quickly. Our admission teams are available right now to assist you with the process. Any help you need, any questions or any doubts, any comparison discussions which you need, right? We can actually connect and help you with the process. The number is available on the web, on the chat, on the system, and there's an email ID which you can directly reach out. So applications QR code has been sent here, so you can just scan and start with your application link. Any questions, you can directly reach out on the same number. We can plan it and discuss accordingly. We can arrange a call back and have a discussion further. All right. I think Srikanth, that's it. I think if you want to cover up anything, thank you so much for everyone joining.
So thank you. Good
Great.
night.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.